Good day, everyone. Let me present to you the Module 7. And from this module, we are going to talk about the social, ethical, and legal responsibilities in the use of technology tools and resources. So, I'm your discussant for today. My name is Revelyn Chavez, second year BS Ed student. Now, from this Module 7, I will be the assigned discussant for the Lesson 1, which is Digital Citizenship versus Global Citizenship. Now, before we talk about the lesson, let us know first the objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to define digital and global citizenship, recognize the 5 tenets of global digital citizenship, acquire understanding of diversity and responsibility in the use of technology and resources. Before we proceed to our discussion, let us first have a short game and the game called Guess the Word. Okay, so you have to guess the word from the picture and you will be given an incomplete word as a clue. Since we are just recording this, I'm just going to reveal the answer. So the answer is global digital citizenship. Okay. Now I also prepared here a question. So number 1, what it means to be global digital citizenship. Number 2, how do you describe a good citizen? And last, is there much difference between digital and global citizenship? Okay, so to answer that question, let us now proceed to the lesson. So, just a brief introduction. Technology has become an integral part of our lives. It has created a great impact that whether we like it or not, we have become prone to safety issues, and our privacy can be intruded, our social relationship can be affected. I'm sure you all agree with that we live in the modern world where technology is everywhere. Now, before, digital citizenship used to be the gray area that everyone tried to avoid, but we can't avoid it any longer because as technology continued to evolve and integrate in our daily life as well as with education today. It also states here that technology have become prone to safety issues. Now, why is that? That only means that it's not enough to trust other member in the community for our own safety. Like for example, in our homes, we put locks on our doors, fire alarms, or even put CCTV just to provide some level of protection, right? That same must be applied to digital world. Now, as a responsible citizen, we must protect our information from outside forces that might cause disruption or harm to us, right? So, let's move on to the digital citizenship versus global citizenship. So, what is digital citizenship versus global citizenship? Since we are considered citizens of community we live in, then, as the users of the internet, we can also call ourselves as citizens of digital world where we live, learn, and work in an interconnected manner. In other words, you can call me, I can call you, all of us, we are all citizens in the digital world. Anyone who uses internet or technology, it could be in the school setting, workplaces, hospitals, mall, or even in the comfort of your home. Wherever you are, as long as we practice the skills and how we can act responsibly as not to pose harm to others in a safe world and foster a safe world for everyone. Okay? So, what is digital citizen? Now, just look at the picture first in this slide. So, adheres to guidelines that govern the ethical and responsible use of technology and acts responsibly in all relationships and interaction in the digital world. From the picture shown, as you can see, the teacher is guiding the student on how the computer works. So, from the world digital, well, it talks about the technology, right? So, digital citizen is it means that to be responsible in using computer, internet, or any digital devices. Now, we should be a good example to our classmates, colleagues, or to our kids or any younger generations, especially using the social media. As we all know, it is an online platform that we can easily connect and communicate with other people. All right? So go to let's move to the next one, which is the global citizen. Okay, so global citizen sees the world as a community in which all people live and prosper together. She understands that his or her actions contribute to the values of the entire planet. Now it is about sharing their feelings, belief, and human right among themselves. Also, this is all about how you understand and be aware to other culture and values, and by that we should respect each other. So that's all that's global citizen is. Now for the next one. Now when we mix this two together, it's a perfect recipe for the global digital citizenship. Right? Now, so what does it mean to be global digital citizenship? Now, it is a responsible, ethical citizen leveraging technology to foster community on a global scale through connection and compassion. So, in other words, this is just more than just a citizen of the earth. Now, these citizens are more concerned with connection and contribution. Now, in this way, we can be a leader by showing others to do the same. It shows how we participate in other blended physical and digital role. And also, it is through technology that individuals can connect and create a much larger community. And one of the characteristics of a global digital citizen is being curious about the world and being able to explore digitally. It allows us to stay connected to others and be aware of ourselves. All right. So we have here the 5 tenets of global digital citizenship. Now the first one is the personal responsibility. The second one is the global citizenship. The third one is the digital citizenship. And the fourth one is altruistic service. And the fifth and last one is the environmental stewardship. Okay, so let's first discuss what is personal responsibility. So, personal responsibility, this is about shifting the responsibility for learning to the student and developing a sense of accountability for lifelong learning. In other words, this personal responsibility, it is important to us. Why? Because we should need to take full responsibility in ourselves, develop a sense of accountability for lifelong learning in our students, prepare them for the workplaces, and these are places where they must think and act independently and take initiatives on their own. So, as a future educator, we should encourage our students to develop high-level critical thinking and problem-solving abilities to assist them in every aspect of their lives. So the next one is the global citizenship. Okay, now what is global citizenship? It involves recognizing and respecting how 21st century technology and digital media have eliminated boundaries between citizens of the world by enabling communication, collaboration across all levels of society. So, as we are all future educators, let us teach our students to realize that they are not isolated from each other anymore. We should encourage them to have a deep understanding of this new global interconnectedness and to be aware of the issues, traditions, values, cultures of other citizens. And this way, this will lead to cultivating understanding, acceptance, compassion, and humility. Now let's move to the next tenet, which is the digital citizenship. So what is digital citizenship? Now this means engaging in appropriate and exemplary behavior in online environment, accountability for appropriate behavior to our students, which fosters independence and personal responsibility. Okay, now in other words, digital citizenship, as I mentioned earlier, it involves an appropriate behavior just like the personal responsibility, that we take full responsibility of our actions, that we should know our limitations in using technology in any digital devices or even online associations. For example, using social media, we should be a good example to everyone. Try not to pose harm or danger to one another. It's all about creating the world safe for ourselves and others. All right. Now, for the fourth one, the altruistic service. So, what is altruistic service? This aspect focuses on a healthy concern for the well being of the people with whom we share our world, exercise charity and goodwill for the benefits of others. From the word altruism, what do we mean by that? Yes, it is defined as having a selfless concern for the well-being of others. Now, this includes embracing the opportunity to exercise charity, goodwill for the benefits of others. So for students, create a meaningful connections and reach out other students. This produce a sense of community and well-being for all. Okay, so for the fifth one and the last one, which is the environmental stewardship. What is environmental stewardship? This is a demonstration of common sense, values, and appreciation for the beauty and majesty that surrounds us every day. In other words, environmental stewardship encourages us to take positive stand on local and international actions regarding the preservation of what essentially our environmental community. That is why we have a global digital citizenship to reinforce the idea that we have one world that will live on. So it is important that we respect and take steps to ensure its beauty and longevity for the future generations. Okay, so we are done with my report. Now I have prepared an activity here, which is in your own understanding, write at least 5 sentences about global digital citizenship. And then, second is discuss the 5 tenets of global digital citizenship. If you are done with this activity, just upload your output in the Turn-in section in the Google Classroom. Okay? Now, thank you so much for your cooperation and participation. Now, be prepared for the next discussion for the continuation of the lesson 1 of this module. If ever you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me or contact me via GMC email. You can see it here. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Have a great day.